Namo Doi Sauriyantam, Namo Doi Sauridam, Namo Doi Sauriyam, Namo Doi Saujayam, Namo Doi Sautivavati Savanam, Omkara Mindu Sanyukta Nityam Jayanti Yogina, Kamadam Mokshadam Che Omkarai Namo, Manganam Bhagavanayo, Manganam Uttamam, Manganam Kunkundari, Ujendra Musu, Manganam Namasunasara. Swanubhutya Jatasti Chit Svahai Bhavaya Vivaha Yusanidata.
Om Namo Loe Sarvatrika Varti Aryantanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrika Varti Siddhanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrika Varti Ayaryanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrika Varti Ujjayanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrika Varti Savanam. Omkaram Bindu Sanyuktam Nityan Dayanti Yoginam Kamadam Mokshadam Cheva Omkaraya Namo Namah. Nama Samay Saraya Swanubhutya Chakasate Chitsabhavaya Bhavaya Sarva Bhavantarachide Agnanatimirandhanam Gnana Anjana Salakaya Chaksurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah Tirthankaro Jagatana Jayavanta Varto Omkaranada Jinano Jayavanta Varto Jinana Samo Sarana Sau Jayavanta Varto Netirthachara Jagama Jayavanta Varto Namo Tirthanayakane Namo Omkaranadane Omkara Sangaryotene Namo Te Sri Kunda Kundane Aho upakara jinavarano kundano dvani divyano jina kunda dvani apya aho te guru kanano aho te bhagavati matano dhruva achalane anupama gati pamel sarve siddhane vandi kaho sutta kevali bhasita asamaya prabhrata are om ekasuddha sada arupi gnana darshanamaya khare kai anyate maru jari paramanu matra nathi are jam netra te maj gnana nathi karak nathi vedak are jane jakarmodaya nirajara bandate maj mokshane Om Namah Siddhebhyo Om Namah Siddhebhyo Om Shri Shuddhatmane Namaha. Jai Chandra everybody. Today is May 3rd, 2016, Tuesday, and we are continuing our discussion on basic Jainism, on the basis of Jain Siddhanta Praveshika. So we are talking about matter, and let me bring the slide for matter, and then we'll just go through it. Okay. Good. I'm going to share the screen. Share the screen. Okay. We were on this slide last time. I think we'll just quickly go through this one now. So we are talking about different types of matters, that 23 subtypes of matter described, out of which, as we said, only 5 important are there for us to know, and they are, sorry, not this one. We did this one. Okay. Okay. So there are 23 subtypes we just talked about. So first one is a matter endowed with associability. It's called Ahar Vargana. Vargana means a group of atomic particles getting together, getting a specific name. This one group of matter particle came back together, and that's called pencil. This one came in is called book and everything. So they are called Vargana. Vargana means associated number of atomic particles. So they are called Vargana. So first one is a matter endowed with associability, means Ahar Vargana. And we'll just go through it quickly just to revise those things. Second is called Tejas Vargana. Tejas means electric particle, means they have capacity to produce heat. Then third kind of matter is known as Bhasha Vargana, means spoken words. Fourth one are called mind particle. And fifth one is called Karman particle. So these are main 5 types are there, out of which we just talked about a little bit more detail about this Ahar Vargana last time. Ahar Vargana, matter endowed with associability, means physical form of a body of a transmigratory soul. As we know, there are 4 types of living beings in the transmigration: human, subhuman, which is plants and animals, heavenly angels, and infernal souls. So 4 types of living beings are there, out of which human beings and the animals and plant kingdom means subhumans. They both have types of matter making physical bodies called gross body. Gross body means I am the soul having this human body. When the soul leaves the body, then this physical body decays and stays over here, and whatever happens to this body. If, for example, a person goes into accident and his body gets cut into pieces, or there is war going on and there is a lots of killing going on, if the body part is cut out or body is cut out, it's gone. They cannot get together and become new body again right from that particles at that point. That's called gross body. Plants, animals, and human beings, they have that body. Second is called electric body. The first one is gross body. Gross body means physical bodies that anybody can have it. Second is an electric body in which there is a, it's called electric body, means it is producing heat to the body. And third is called aharak body. Aharak body means, see, first one is a gross body, human and subhumans and everybody has it. Electric body is producing heat and everything. And aharak body is a one in which there is a association and body is made. Let's see what next slide shows, and then we go. So those are the different types of bodies are there that we are talking about. Gross body, it can be divided into heaven and angels body and everything. Electric body is that one. Aharak body is there, and then there is Karman body is there. So all these things that we talk about: Aharak body, electric body, Tejas body, spoken words, mind particles, and Karman particles. So these are the bodies that we have it. This Aharak body means they are the matter endowed with associability, means Aharak Vargana. They make my physical body, humans and subhuman, or it can make the body of the heavenly angels and infernal soul, or also there is some highly learned, occasional, very rare spiritual monk. He can have extraordinary capacity that if he has question about philosophy, then from his right shoulder, 1 foot size body comes out and goes to distant area where there is presence of omniscient Lord. He may get the answer and come back. It is extremely rare to very, very rare monk who can have that kind of body. So three types of bodies are included in this Harak Vargana. Tejas particles, electric particles, as we said, that as soon as soul goes to the new place, a person dies within 3 samay maximum, he takes birth somewhere else. Means he starts getting the particles and gets a new body starts forming. And at that time, electric particle provides heat, and that body comes into existence. Bhasha, spoken words, as we are talking about other 2 class back, that as we said, the atomic particle by itself does not have spoken words, means sound. But when 2 particles collide with each other, 2 particles collide together and makes a sound. So spoken words are coming with a collision of number of atomic particles making this sound. Mind particle, as we said, mind particle is a matter particle. When the matter particle of the mind gets association with my soul, then soul's inclination and matter particles both combine together produce a thought process. I want to eat right now. I want to sleep right now. I want to read right now. I want to talk right. All those thought process.
Can you just repeat that thought process point again? I missed it.
This is the soul over here. Soul is independent over here. And these are the mind particles over here. And mind particles and soul's inclination, soul's idea. Soul has, quote unquote, an idea comes. The auspicious thought process is generated in the soul, for example. Then the mind particle gets together and there is a complete generation, is called a thought process. So a thought process means, a given thought means the mind, material, non-living particles and soul's inclination. Soul's inclination, they both get together and that's why the thought occurs. So two parties are involved. Soul is involved and material particles in the form of mind particles are involved. They both get together and that's why a thought is generated. We are talking a thought. Remember, a thought. This thought itself is associated with the non-living matter particles of mind. So when we just say I'm intelligent, I'm smart kid, I can think a lot, and all those things, I'm a great thinker, for example, or I'm a dumb guy, all those things are because of these 2 guys coming together. Matter particle in the form of thought, matter particle in the form of mind particles, and soul's deluded inclination. Now I'm throwing extra word now, deluded. Soul's real nature is to stay in its innate state. Sugar's nature is to stay in its own innate state of sweetness. Gold's real nature is to show the shining or showing the yellowness. Soul's...
Great uncle, can I ask you one?
Go ahead.
So you said before, karma particles and all matter particles do their own thing.
Yes.
And they are their own doer.
Yes.
So now, when the soul has an inclination,
Yes.
with the mind matter particle.
Yeah.
The body and the mind matter, aren't they their own doer?
Yes. Yeah. For example, right now, what is happening in this conference? One guy keeps on blabbering and other people keeps on listening. Just because somebody's talking, that's why you're listening? Or just because you're listening, that's why I'm talking? No, I'm doing my own work of talking. You are doing your own work of listening. Two things are independent, but when they are together, that, oh, I had a great time in a class, or no, this class was not good. So whatever that thing comes out is because of association between those two things, speaker and listener. Same way here, soul and the particles, mind particles, they both come together, and as a result, a so-called thought process is generated. That thought process is called a deluding things for the soul. Soul's nature is not to create thought. Now, see, this is going to raise lots of questions in the mind. Soul's nature is to know. To know and to create a thought process are two separate things. Knowing, that occurs in the soul since time infinite. When that knowing is going on and now I have mind particle gets involved, that it gets converted into so-called thought process. So this is a thought. So any thought I have it, any kind of thought, I want to help somebody is one thought, auspicious thought. I want to hurt somebody, inauspicious thought. Auspicious and inauspicious thought is not the nature of the soul. It's a deluding nature of the soul. Soul has a two capacity, to be in the innate state or to go into the deluded state. So that soul has a two pathway with each mode, with each paryay, with each modification, with each transformation. Each samay there is one paryay comes out from the soul. So this paryay comes out, it remains in the innate state, then I get the bliss. If this mode went into the deluded state, then I get perplexity. I get disturbed. Of course, it's such a microscopic level. Sometimes I'm just enjoying a cup of coffee right now. Where is suffering there? Well, if you just look into it deeper, go within and everything, me liking cup of coffee, cup of hot chocolate is my quote unquote liking. Liking and disliking, rag and dvesh, that's not my true nature. The transient nature is there, but that's not true nature. My true nature is a bliss and happiness from within. So thought process, and out of all these bullets, only the thing we may have lots of questions is this mind particle, because that's the one we are not able to understand why Jain philosophy says that even a thought process is also deluded form of a soul. It's a disturbed process from the soul. Of course, it's a transient in nature, but still, of course, the same thought process will lead me to know the scripture. It will help me to imbibe the scripture. It will help me to digest the scripture. It helped me to reflect upon myself. All those things are so-called reflective thoughts. Reflective thought means it's called vikalp. Vikalp means thought process. And that is also deluded form right now. What I want to go is go beyond that one. So I take the help of this mind. I take the help of this thinking process. Ultimately, I would like to go within, in which I enjoy my bliss and I enjoy my knowledge. I enjoy fruits of my knowledge. That's a word. So this mind or thinking, digesting, listening, grasping, meditating upon, all those things are thought process. All those things are deluded form of the soul. Of course, it's an auspicious type, but still it's deluded form. Ultimately, I would like to go within. So that's what the mind is about. And when we come to Karman particles, they are always there. I'm there with my, they are there with my soul since time infinite, and they will stay with me till I get liberation in the form of Siddha. So Karman particles have an extremely close relationship with me. This physical body may come and go. One form of body came, and then second form of body, and third, they keep on changing. But Karman particle, in general, they hang around with me till I get liberation. So they are closest relatives that they have with me, and they are the one that I have to keep eye on it. And that's why Jain karma theory in Karnanu Yoga, in the Karnanu Yoga, has an extreme importance given. That what are this karma, how are they get bonded, how long they stay with the soul, what kind of fruition they can give, how do I do the bondage again, and how do I have this process continued forever. So this Karnanu Yoga scriptures, they will give extreme detail about all those things, you know. So these are these different types of matter that they are there. Out of 23 subtypes, I just need to know these 5 types, and out of this, this endowed with associability. These are subtypes. 3 different subtypes are there. Those are the things I should know. I should be aware of it, and that's all right now I have to know for the matter aspect. Sure, do I want to know great detail about karma and everything? There's a whole scriptural things are there, and there are amazing amount of clarity is written. I was rearranging my books yesterday, and I just saw that a Jain perspective of mathematics, the mathematics that we talk today, at least from Mahavir's time, if not before, let's presume 2,500 years back, there was a definite Jain way explained about definition of pi. It just says how to find the area of a circle, how to find perimeter of a circle. All those things are already there in the scripture. When I go to school and I learn, oh my God, now pi r square is the area of the circle, but that was already given information before, since 2,500 years back at least. Of course, it's there since time infinite before, but if we can just say in the modern time, at least from Mahavir's time, these informations are there with us. Anyway, so we can go to the next one, and next one will be matter endowed with associability, aharak varna, as we said, gross body. The electric body is that this is not heat producing body, but this is the body of the heavenly angels and infernal soul, that those body can cut into pieces, then they'll get together, and again that becomes in the form of a regular body. Just like Mercury can get separated, but if we make it come together, it becomes one block of Mercury also. So that is these things for the from the heavenly angels and infernal souls. And aharak body, as we talked about it, that's a body from coming out from the very specialized monk's right shoulder and gets the information and comes back. So these are the things that we know about the bodies. Now, Jeev is a living being, and how many types of bodies they can have it. So now, ordinary human body, human being, how many types of body ordinary human being can have it? Gross body, Karman body, and electric body. So these are the 3 types of body ordinary human being. People like us, we have 3 bodies. Once Audaric Sarir means my gross body, physical body. My Karman body means my karma. My electric body, which keeps me having temperature of certain things. So those are things that ordinary human being has it. Celestial and infernal living beings have also 3 types of body. They are called fluid body, like that mercury thing, carbon body, just like us, electric body, just to give the glow to the body and the temperature to the body. Then comes special powered monk, means Aharak Ruddhidhari Muniraj. Ruddhi means the extraordinary capacity of that monk, and he is having special power that way, and he has 4 types of bodies. One is a gross body, just like us, carbon body, electric body, just like us, but he also has assimilative body, Aharak Sharir. And then when the soul goes in transmigratory motion, I'm here right now, I'm dead, within maximum 3 samay, I take birth somewhere else. So those 3 samay, when I'm transiting in the transmigratory or in this cosmic space, when I'm transiting in the cosmic space without any physical body with me, at that time I have 2 things with me. I am the soul, and I have carbon body, and I have electric body. So 3 things, the 2 bodies are there at the time. So that way, if you look at it, the carbon body are the one which stays with me for the longest possible time, and that's why they are the ones so intimacy with me that I think I am the carbon body, or karma does this to me, karma, they are bothering me, or I acquire good karma, I acquire bad karma, I'm suffering from karma. All those wrong notion I have it. They are with me, but they are not with me. In the sense, they are associated with my soul, but my soul remains a soul, karma particle remains as karma particle. They're 2 separate things, but they appear to be merged together as if I am the karma. I'm not karma. Karma are separate from me entirely. So these are the different types of bodies one can have it. Having said that, now gross to fine bodies. What's a gross form of body? What are a fine form of bodies? So gross body means Audarik Sharir. My physical body, there the gross particles are there. Then fluid body means this body which is physical body that has heavenly angels, they have it, or infernal soul, they have it. That's called fluid body. That mercury, keep that one mercury in your mind. So that's even somewhat finer than our body. Then come assimilative body, means the monk, specialized monk with that extraordinary capacity, having the physical body, the small body, about 1 foot body coming up from the right shoulder, and that is called assimilative body. It's even finer than the first 2. Then comes electric body, Tejas Sharir, and last one is a most finest particles. Finest means a sukshma, means extremely fine particles, are carbon body or carbon sharir, we can talk to them. So these are gross to fine bodies, and same way here, minimum to maximum atomic particles. This one has somewhat minimum particles, this one somewhat more, and ultimately carbon sharir, carbon body is a maximum particles and maximum atomic particles with them. With all these things what we talked about, we know so much about matter. We have pretty good idea about matter. We already talked about a living being soul before. So we are talking 6 universal substances. We talked soul. Now we talk about this matter over here, and this chapter of matter becomes over here. And now we are going to go to the 3rd chapter. What's the 3rd chapter? It's a medium of motion. Excuse me. The 6 universal substances: soul, matter, medium of motion, medium of race, space, and time. 6 universal substances are there. We finish soul and we finish matter. Now we talk to medium of motion, dharmastikai. Medium of rest, adharmastikai. Space, akash. Time, kal. So dharmastika, adharmastika, akash and kal, 4 are remaining. These 2 that we finish, soul and matter, are most important for our purpose to understand. Because soul is going in transmigration, and at that time, matter particle like carbon particles are associated with the soul, and so there's a close association of these 2 are here, and that's why all this transmigration, all the different things that we see in this universe and everything, somebody is dark, somebody is light, somebody is tall, somebody is short, somebody is happy, somebody is unhappy, somebody is rich, somebody is poor, all those things that we see are because of soul and matters association with each other. Remember word association. Soul doesn't become karma, karma does not become soul, but they 2 are associated with that. And that's why all this kind of a complicated thing that we see in this universe, these are because of these 2 guys together. If we understand these 2 guys pretty good, the rest of the 4 are very easy to understand. But these 2 guys are the soul with ignorance. Soul which is only ignorance, thinks that this karma are making my life miserable. Karma making my mind miserable. That's kind of thing soul keeps on thinking in its own ignorance. The time when soul ends up knowing that I am the reason for my problem. I am the reason for my ignorance. I have a capacity within me to be the greatest of the great. I have a capacity within me to wake it up and to just get engrossed with it, and I can be Siddha also. And that's why Gurudev Kanji Swami, time to time he said, Tu Paramatma che em nakki kar. What does he say? He says, you are the God, just accept that fact. Then one of the listeners says, Gurudev, you are the God, let us make that decision first. Gurudev says, no way, just you are the God, just understand, behave that way, engross within, and you will achieve that complete bliss from within you because you have capacity within. So he kept on saying that one for 45 years. He gave those information to us. He gave those kind of discourses to us. And that's why here today we are talking those things. One time, some of the people went in Bombay, I think, they went to Gurudev Sri and said, Gurudev Sri, you are giving these lectures and they are so complicated. We don't understand anything. Can you tell something in a very short form? Gurudev said, yeah, I can tell you short form of religion. So what did he say? Swamavas, Parthikas, Etlu Kartabas. He gave 3 sentences. Swamavas, Parthikas, Etlu Kartabas. Get engrossed within, get out of association with the alien objects. That's all you have to do. Third thing, that's all you have to do. Get engrossed within yourself. You are the one. You have the capacity. You are full of knowledge. You are having omniscience within. Just because I'm not looking within. When can I look within? When I leave my association with the worldly object. So, when I look within, worldly object by itself becomes secondary for me. Because now I know that my happiness is coming out from within me and it's not coming from the material objects. One time I was talking to a group of people and I said, okay, there were 10 people sitting and I said, what will you make happy? What's your happiness? What will you make happy right now? One guy who was working at night shift all the time, he said, sleep will make me happy. Other person said, food will make me happy because he was hungry. Third one said, money will make me happy because I don't have it. So things which you don't have it, if you say, I'll get it, I'll be happy. So that guy who is looking for a sleep, I said, okay, now non-stop, you're going to sleep for one day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. Can you do that? No, he'll become sick and tired of sleeping also. Okay, now you are hungry, I give you food. Eat and keep on eating. No, I can't eat now, I'll become sick. Wait, food was supposed to make you happy. How come you're unhappy right now with all the food that you have? Last guy says, I'm going to have money will make me happy. Okay, you have as much as you want and more. What will you do? You won the lottery, $100 million lottery today. What will you do with that? People will line up at your doorstep. And you won't have any happiness at all. You won't be able to enjoy that happiness. There was one story comes in the scripture that one guy really did lots and lots of worship, and then suddenly some heavenly angel comes and says, okay, whatever you ask, you'll get it. What do you want? Well, then the person said, whatever I touch, it should become gold. I want gold. Okay? He goes out, he touches his car, it becomes gold. He touches his clothes, it's become gold. He goes and touches his wife, she becomes gold. He just touches the food, it becomes gold. Suddenly he has so much gold, he doesn't know what to do. He is hungry now. He can't eat because everything becomes gold. So is that gold going to make you happy now? So those are things which I don't have it, I'm thinking I'm going to be happy with that. But that is not true, because happiness comes from within. I could be very happy within, that's all it is. So I have to think that way. I have to keep thinking within me. So these are the things. Gurudev said, Swama was just get engrossed within. Parthikas means get out of this associative relationship with a worldly object, and you'll be happiest person. Excuse me. So we have seen the soul, we learn about matter. Now we are going to go to medium of motion, medium of rest, space and time. Medium of motion is dharmastikai or dharmastikai, akash and ka. So we go to the dharmastikai right now. So let me just bring the slide over here. Medium of motion. Okay. Medium of motion is a dharmastikai. Dharmastikai is also short form, it's called dharma. Dharmastikai can be short form dharma, or dharmastikai short form adharma. So dharma, adharma, akash and ka. So we are going to talk about dharma or dharma astikai. Dharmastikai word has a really deep meaning inside. First word is a dharma. First word over here is a dharma. Dharma. Second word over here is a asti. And third one we have over here is a kai. So three words are making one long word called dharmastikai. Dharma means, it's not, dharma can have different meanings. Over here what we are going to talk is a medium of motion, dharmastikai. Means it's a substance which helps me to move. We'll just talk only that one. It's not a complete sentence, but right now for our understanding of this word, one of the universal substance helps me move from point A to point B. I'm a fish, I want to go from point A to point B, and in that time, water helps me to swim. So Dharmastika is like that. Dharmastika means it provides vehicle for me for my medium, for my motion. And of course, we are going to go in detail about it later on. Right now, we are just talking about this definition of this word. Dharma means medium which helps me to move. Second word, asti. Asti means more than one space points are involved. Asti means multiple space points are involved. For example, how many space points are involved in this pencil? Infinite space, innumerable space points are involved in this pencil. How many particles are there? Infinite particles are present. So when this infinite particle occupying innumerable space point, that is called asti. Means this pencil occupies more than one space point. That's why it's called asti. Again, we'll just go through detail later on. No, I mean, sorry, I'm sorry. Asti means to exist. Gosh, I must be sleeping right now. Asti means to exist. Dharma means the substance which helps me move, and asti means it is an existence. How long this dharmastika existing? That exists since time infinite. How long it will remain existence? It will remain for time infinite in future. So asti means infinity, existing from the infinity. Dharma means a substance helping me to move. And as I said, we are just taking very preliminary definition. We'll go detail about it. What definition I'm talking dharma right now, it's not 100% correct. But for our purpose right now, dharma is a substance which helps me move. Asti means it is existing since time infinite. And kai means it is having more than one space point. The dharmastika substance occupies innumerable space point, means more than one space point. It's called kai. So dharmastika word means a substance which helps somebody to move, and that substance existing since time infinite, having multiple space point. That's a word dharmastika mean. Having said that one, let's start look for something detail about it now. Medium of motion. Now we are going to use MOM word, medium of motion, as a short form, so that we understand what it implies to us. So from now onwards, whenever we say medium of motion, we'll just use the word written word MOM, and medium of rest, when we say, we'll just use MOR. So medium of motion, it is one of the 6 substances of the universe: soul, matter, medium of motion, that's what we are talking, medium of rest, space, and time. 6 universal substances. So we are talking this 3rd substance right now, medium of motion. Now, what is the action of medium of motion? What is the action of dharmastika? The real definition is in this green bullet. It says medium of motion is the instrumental cause, nimitt, for any substance which can move by itself. It's a loaded word. We will just analyze one thing at a time. medium portion is an instrumental cause. And word instrumental cause is a long one, so we are going to use word IC for instrumental cause, or it's called nimit. In this room, there's a light, and because of the light, I can see the computer screen, I can see people on the screen and everything, I can read the words and everything. So the light is acting as an instrumental cause for me. When I leave this room, let's say I forgot to put this light off, and light remained on throughout the night. Light is present right now. Light is also present throughout the night when nobody's here. So light did not become instrumental cause for anybody throughout the night. It is only called instrumental cause when I am sitting here. I want to see computer screen. I want to see my book. I want to see my pencil. I want to read something. I want to write something. I need a light at the time. So light becomes instrumental cause, nimit, for me to do my action. When I'm performing an act, be it in the form of looking at the screen, or want to write something, want to read something, want to find something, whatever action I am doing it, I'm the primary person doing the action, I'm doing it. At that time, light simply acts as instrumental cause. When I'm doing the activity, action of reading, writing, whatever, light did not do anything to me except providing instrument for me to navigate whatever I'm planning to do over here. Ocean water is there all the time. Whether there are fish were there, or whether fish are there now, or there won't be any fish tomorrow. Water is always there. When the fish wants to swim across, then water became instrumental cause. Water's temperature didn't go up, water's temperature didn't go down, water's volume didn't go up, water's volume didn't go down, water did not do anything. It was simply present. When the action was occurring for fish to swim, water was simply present as a vehicle. When I want to read something, light is simply a vehicle present. If I'm not in this room, that light means nothing. It doesn't become instrumental cause for anything. If fish doesn't want to swim, ocean does not become instrumental cause. Only when fish wants to swim, ocean water is called instrumental cause. So instrumental cause means nimit. We'll go through definition right now. Nimit definition is when act is getting done by a principal cause, me right now, reading, writing, when me, principal cause, doing the action, the associative inner thing being present is called nimit. Once again, me as a principal cause, I'm the doer, I'm doing the action. When I'm doing the action in this form right now, reading, writing, at that time, the associative favorable thing present in the form of light is called nimit. Light's presence is there, but light did not do anything. If light was supposed to make me read, then when I'm not here, light should read to something right now, something later on. But nobody was there, so light did not become nimit at the time. Only when I want to move around, walk around, read, right, then light became nimit for me. So this nimit definition, we really have to understand pretty good. That should become really basis for our understanding. This nimit and upadan. Upadan means principal cause. Upadana means principal cause, means the actor, means the doer. I'm the fish, I'm swimming, I'm doing the action, I'm the doer, I'm the principal cause. Water simply was instrumental cause, present. Water's presence is important, but only its presence. It does not do anything, it does not take part in the whole reaction. Fish is swimming by itself. Fish has capacity to swim by itself. If water is there, and that's why fish can swim, then I throw the stone, I throw the rock. How come the rock sinks? Because rock has a capacity to sink, and water became vehicle. Fish has a capacity to swim. Water became vehicle. So nimit, vehicle, instrumental cause, that definition should be very clear in our mind. I'll repeat, because dharmastika, adharmastika, akash and ka, all four substances, this nimit word will come predominantly. And so that's why we are taking enough time to understand the definition of nimit. Once again, it should be so sit down properly in our mind that even in a deep sleep, somebody asks for it, we speak the same thing, or at least our understanding should be the right one. So upadan means the principal cause, means the instigator, means the doer, means the actor who is performing. When the action is getting performed by an actor, then associative favorable things presence is called nimit. Action is getting done, favorable associative thing present is called nimit. I'm supposed to get cancer, then that cigarette become the nimit for me. Cigarette did not give me cancer. It was, I was supposed to get a cancer, and cigarette became nimit. How many times I have seen a patient in my practice that they smoke like a chimney and nothing happened to them. Of course, they are far and few in between. But if cigarette smoking is a reason for cancer, then how come the other people also get cancer who never smoke in their life? So instrumental cause has to be very clear in our mind. Action is getting done by principal or subject, associative, favorable things, presence is called instrumental cause. When I am ready to get enlightenment, when I'm ready to get experiencing of my soul, when I am going to get self-experiencing, when I'm going to get samyak darshan. Who is the doer? I am the doer. I am getting samyak darshan. I'm getting self-experience. I'm getting enlightenment. I'm getting self-experience. That my action going on at that time, favorable things are present, and that is called omniscient Lord, enlightened teachers, and holy scriptures. Dev, Shastra, Guru. They are simply present as an instrumental cause. If I'm the Gautam Swami right now, let's go back in the past 2,500 years back. I'm the Gautam Swami right now, and I'm supposed to get a self-experiencing thing. At that time, Mahavir became simply instrumental cause. Mahavir's presence was there, but action occurred in the Gautam. At the same time, in that Samosaran, in the assembly of the preaching hall of the Omniscient Lord, Samosaran, we were also sitting. Mahavir is present. Mahavir is Nimit only for Gautam who got enlightenment, only for the souls who got enlightenment, only for the monks who obtained liberation. At that time, Mahavir became the instrumental cause for them. I was sitting there, we were sitting there. Mahavir did not become Nimit for me because I did not do the action. I did not do the action of self-experiencing. That's why Mahavir did not become Nimit to me. How many times we all went to Samosaran of the Tirthankar Bhagwan in the past? You'll be surprised. Infinite times we went. Infinite. Not once, not twice, not thousand, infinite time. You mean he was the best Nimit for me? Perfect Nimit for me, Omniscient Lord. And I did not get self-realization because I did not put my efforts together. I did not have my Purusharth. I did not have my self-effort. That's why even the Omniscient Lord is present, nothing happened to me. So he did not become instrumental cause for me. I'm simply loitering around this room. I'm not reading, I'm not writing. This light is not instrumental cause for me. This is instrumental cause only I want to read or when I want to do some action. So Nimit is very important that we understand. So now medium of motion, coming back towards the definition, is an instrumental cause, Nimit, for any substance which can move by themselves. Any substance which can move by itself. I'm in this room. From here, when the class is over, I'll be going to the next room. I am moving with my wish and will. I'm going from point A to point B. I am moving by myself. At that time, Dharmastika, medium of motion, acted as instrumental cause. I'm the fish, I want to swim, water at that time became instrumental cause. Did water make me swim? No, I swam because of my capacity, and water simply was vehicle, was simply present, and that presence was there. That was only the act of that instrumental cause, is to be present there. So medium of motion is simply an instrumental cause for any substance which has a capacity to move. Any substance which has a capacity to move. Now, this pencil you see right now, and this pencil from my right hand went down to my left hand. What happened here? Pencil from my right hand fell down to left hand. What happened there? Pencil moved by itself. Pencil moved by up and down by itself right now. And Dharmastika became simply instrumental cause. Dharmastika's presence was there. That's why with that presence, it was simply present as a water, and this became like a fish. Fish is swimming, water is present as Nimit. So medium of motion is simply an instrumental cause for any substance which has capacity to move. Here a big thing, let's go to this next two bullets and then come back to this point again. The way water is instrumental cause for fish to swim that we talked about, out of 6 universal substances, only soul and matter can move by themselves, rest are immobile. 6 universal substances, soul, matter, they both have capacity to move by themselves. Medium of motion, medium of rest, space, and time. 4 substances are inert as well as immobile for time infinite in the past and will remain the same way in the future. So soul and matter can move by themselves. Now, let's say I from this room went to the next room right now. I know what time is up already. I'll just take one minute right now, and then we'll just expand that point later on. I'm from this room going to the next room. Who moved? My physical body moved, and soul residing within the body moved. So soul and physical body both, they moved from point A to point B. They moved by their own desire. They moved by their own wish and will. And at that time, instrumental cause in the medium motion was simply present there. So this is the work of medium of motion. If we understand this part, it gives lots and lots of clarity what Gurudev Sri wanted to say. There's an example coming which we'll be talking next time, but they used to say, Songadni motor petrol thi nathi chalti. That's what they used to, people used to make fun of it. But Gurudev explained to that in greater detail that why he was talking that way. So we'll go in detail about this one. Any questions so far? If none, then we can just do the closing right now, right? Okay. Javani ke gyan se suje lokalo sovani mastaka namo sada deto hodo. 9 times the Mukha mantra. Moriyantam. Michai Dukram, thank you.
Michami Chakra.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, we'll meet next week, okay?